Today we're talking about something I think we all wrestle with, the limits we put on ourselves. And more importantly, we're going to explore this incredible idea that there's a strength way beyond our own that can help us walk into a future we never even thought was on the table.
You know that feeling, right? That little pang of regret? Maybe you feel like you missed your shot, or made a mistake you can't come back from, or you just don't have what it takes. It can feel like you're stuck in a room and you're the one who locked the door and threw away the key. And what are those keys we use to lock ourselves in? Well, they're things we all know. It's fear. It's that nagging self-doubt that whispers you're not good enough. It's the memory of that time you tried and failed. It's thinking you just weren't born with the right talent. Or maybe it's old wounds or those negative words someone said to you years ago that you just can't shake. These are the very keys we use to build our own prisons. But here's where things get really interesting. What if you don't hold the only key? What if, for all the doors you think you've slammed shut on yourself, you don't actually get the final say? What if there's a power so much bigger than our own limitations?
This is the promise that sits at the very heart of what we're talking about. It's this idea that a higher power, God, actually sets opportunities in front of you, these wide open doors. And here's the amazing part. They're beyond the reach of your fears, your past, or what anyone else thinks. Once that door is open for you, no one can shut it.
So let that sink in for a minute. All those times you gave up on yourself, all those moments you decided you weren't qualified or smart enough, you didn't actually derail your destiny. The message here is that something is about to happen. A path you were convinced was gone forever, it's about to open back up.
Okay, so if this unstoppable door is creaking open for us, how do we get ready to walk through it? Well, it all starts with one thing. The first step, the absolute foundation, is faith. And when we say faith, we're not talking about having to feel super confident or having all the answers. It's kind of the opposite, actually. It's this deep down trust that even when you feel completely unprepared, totally unqualified, a spiritual force is literally clearing the way for you. And this is so powerful because faith just completely flips the script on how you see yourself. It lets you believe that your mistakes, they don't disqualify you. Those insecurities, they don't get to define who you are. It's what allows you to start believing that you're being led to a whole new level, even when an opportunity pops up that feels way, way over your head.
But, trust is only one side of the coin. Faith needs a partner. It needs action. And that brings us to the second crucial piece of this puzzle, the courage of boldness.
Now let's be really clear about what boldness is. It is not the absence of fear. Oh no, the fear might still be right there, screaming at you. Boldness is a totally new kind of confidence, described here as a gift from God that gives you the juice to go after those huge, scary opportunities in spite of the fear. And this analogy just explains it perfectly. Imagine you're in that locked room we talked about. Faith is that absolute, rock-solid belief that a master locksmith is coming to open that door for you. You just trust it's going to happen. So what's boldness? Boldness is what happens when you hear that click and the door swings open. It's having the guts to actually step outside of that room, into something brand new, instead of just staying where it's comfortable. So what does this boldness actually let you do? Well, it gives you the strength to finally shatter those limits you've put on yourself. It's the decision to stare a huge challenge in the face and say, nope, not backing down. And it's the power to finally stop letting old wounds call the shots in your life. So when you take that deep foundational faith and you pair it with that kind of active boldness, well, that's when you get on the path to what our sources are calling an unimagined destiny. We're talking about a future that is so far beyond anything you could have ever mapped out for yourself.
This chart really says it all, doesn't it? On our own, stuck with our fears and our past, our potential has a ceiling. There's only so far we can go. But when we start operating with faith in these divinely open doors, look at that. The potential for success, for making a real impact, for just true fulfillment, it goes through the roof.
And this quote just captures that scale perfectly. It's not just about doing a little better than you could have on your own. It's about being taken somewhere you couldn't have even found on a map. It's about something happening that is better than your wildest dreams.
So if you take away one thing, let it be this message of incredible hope. Your time for being held back is coming to an end. The fears, the doubts, the failures of the past, they are losing their power over you. Your time is coming.
And so that really just leaves us with one final thought, a personal question for you. As these new doors start to open, doors you couldn't have opened yourself, the only question left is, which one are you ready to walk through?